Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We're live in downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is your spot. A 3-hour banger lined up today. Great guests on the program. Dalen Cuff with a look at the quarterfinals in the World Cup coming up in 30 minutes. We will preview the Scottish Open with Jeff Seeley, Mike Palm on the program, Zach Cohen, tennis, and NBA, and Matt Humans a little bit later on in the show, a little bit of everything with him. Paulie, there is a phenomenal movie that is now 30 years old. It had an award, maybe multiple award-winning performances, including the leading actor, Nicolas Cage. I feel a little bit like him today in Leaving Las Vegas. Not because of the drinking.
Sure.
But because this is day number 28, first time in a month, basically, that we don't have the World Cup. I don't like it. I have like the Nicolas Cage shakes from no World Cup action here.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, you felt the same thing?
He needed the vodka immediately.
Oh, yeah.
How bad it was. Absolutely. I know. It's I'm going to miss it so much when it's gone.
Concur.
Winding down. They did adjust the own goals for the tournament to 14.5. So we have 8 matches left. We can't. Will there be one more own goal? We've had the record already.
Imagine
14.
if we don't now.
I know. 8 matches. You got to get one. Seems too easy. It's got to happen for one, right?
Yeah, I will say this. I know people like the purists, they did not like expanding to 48 teams. Man, I loved it.
It was gold.
I mean, you're going to get teams like Cape Verde in. Please, give me more of that. And for that schedule that we had, where it was like, it felt like 2 weeks where it was 4 games every single day over the course of like 10 or 12 hours, and then 6 matches a day, 3 of them at the same exact time. And then we have just a phenomenal quarterfinals on paper, at least anyway. It was better than advertised.
You can still argue it's wide open.
I would agree.
Or there's good value. Even France to beat England in the exacta 7-1. And France, I wouldn't be shocked if Norway goes to the final. France over Norway is 13-1. But Morocco is live. Maybe
those are good numbers, by the way.
Yeah.
I saw a book last night that were way shorter than that.
Yeah. And England over France is 10-1. So even though France looks great, even there's better numbers on Spain. And how do you fade Spain? They haven't allowed a goal yet. And they could knock out France. And Spain over Norway's 28-1.
Well,
Spain over England's 13-1. So some big numbers out there, even when we're down to the quarters.
Spain over England at 13-1 feels like a bet that I'm going to have to make.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a strong. I think I saw the best I saw when I looked last night specifically for that number was 11-1, and I did not bet it.
Yeah,
13. Now we're talking.
How about this? France, Argentina, Spain, Zverev, and Sinner, all to advances plus 240.
Plus 240. What? Hold on a second
It's
here.
not bad.
You're going to be fun poisoned again? You want Arthur Ferry to go out?
You're
going to root against this guy?
Can you believe this?
No, I can't. Who can?
Zverev he's $8. The guy's in the semifinals. He's got another home game. The whole crowd's with him, and yet the number 2 player in the world's $8. So if he wins and he takes on Sinner will be a bigger favorite. So the guy is in the semifinals, and he's still 30-1 to win the tournament.
Sure he is.
Incredible.
Well, 500-1 to win. I'm sure that there were bigger numbers than that out there.
Yes.
He joins 4 other tennis players on the men's side who actually made the semis at 500-1 or more going back to 2010.
Oh, I did not know that. Strong. Yeah. He's the 3rd player outside the top 100 to reach the Wimbledon semis over the last 40 years. And he's the 4th guy to get there in a major on a wild card. I remember Connors, 91 U.S. Open. Remember getting the crowd fired up and going crazy? Yes. And
so good.
And Nigel has a great story about this tomorrow. Ivan Isavic, as a wild card, won Wimbledon in 2001.
Oh, I loved me some Goran Ivanisevic.
Oh, that first serve was unstoppable.
Of course.
Nigel was an odds compiler, and he's put the number out, and they got buried on that. He'll tell the story tomorrow.
On Ivanisevic?
Yes. Great, because he watched him play like in a tournament before, and he broke every single racket in his bag. He goes, this guy's clearly not in right frame of mind. And he comes
but he can serve 150 miles an hour, so good luck with that.
Right. But he's getting better, right? He takes out a top 10 player today in straight sets. He skunked him in the final set. No problem. His dad's a multi-millionaire hedge fund guy. His mom was a former pro, grew up right down the street, gets bloody noses on a regular basis, has to play with the cotton, and he got 3 bloody noses in the last match.
While he's playing,
Yeah.
he gets the bloody noses.
I think we all know someone like that would happen. I went to high school with Aaron Page. He'd get them all the time, just out of nowhere.
I'll be honest. When I first moved to Las Vegas, it's a completely different climate. I'm coming from 6 months of winter, which absolutely stunk in the Midwest, and hot and humid in the summertime, to out here in the desert. I got bloody noses all the time. I couldn't stop them. Like, is this going to be like a weekly thing now for me?
Yeah.
Because this part of moving out here is I'm going to have to rethink things now.
Yeah, what do you do?
But they stopped eventually, so I was like, it just took me some time to acclimate to the new climate, I guess.
This guy's getting ready for his second serve, and there's a crime scene on his shirt. How bad it is.
See his size there.
Yeah, he's the 5th British man to make the semis in the Open era, the first unseeded British player to do so, man or woman, and ranked 114th coming into the tournament.
Well,
this is bonkers.
This is really fun to talk about. In fact, I have a parlay I want to throw at you, Paulie, coming up in about 10 minutes here. I had one last night where it was France, Spain to advance along with Argentina, and guess what the loser was?
Dodger bullpen.
Yep, Dodgers got me.
Dodger bullpen again. Come on, guys.
So 3 runs allowed late in that game to the Rockies, and the Dodgers lost 4-3. Here would be my fear about that. Zverev, what if he has a cramping issue? And you're laying $8 with a guy, and all of a sudden, okay, it's in the 4th set. I can't continue.
Yeah.
Has an injury.
Yeah. 17-1 in majors this year.
Oh.
So still the great story with the kid, but Ferry's up against it. Right. He's got to go against it. And then Sinner's up to $5 against Joker in the other semifinal.
Didn't he open 360?
Yes, he did.
So they're taking nonstop money on Sinner.
Yes.
But again, those are the perils of sports betting. It happens every single. It's like for people who want the refunds when a guy gets injured in an NBA game, you can always bet the under.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is a possibility.
Do you make a case though? Because with the home court advantage, I mean, all those people are on his side. They're going crazy for him.
Well,
if that's a big deal, and maybe it could mess with the opponent's head.
Sure. I thought Mexico had a pretty good home field advantage on Sunday night. Didn't matter.
Yep.
They did not win that match. I mean, this would be. I mean, what are the comparisons here for a 500-1 shot? I mean, you think about the worst team in the NFL right now. They're not even 500-1 to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's as long as it's going to get. It's any of these teams that were complete. I mean, think about this. When Ecuador was late against Germany, they were 500-1 to win the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say
that puts it in perspective, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, even Connors, though. Connors was an old man at that point. And we beat Eric Krickstein, who we beat. And then I think he ran into Sampras. I can't remember. But that goes back to why it wasn't going to happen with Connors, because he had to junk the game up. He change my shoes, take my time, whatever.
Right. Oh, yeah, sure.
But this, to be the young kid is able to do this. And he said the last time he beat a top 10 player, it did a lot for his confidence also.
By the way, the ratings came in for the match on Monday night in Seattle, USA and Belgium, 42 million. Imagine if that was a competitive match.
Yes.
So if you found that number at 32 million at some prediction markets that coasted, what do you think we were going to get? We were going to be live on the air on Friday during that match.
I know. Yeah, but you said it, though. The Monday Night Football helped. I think the start time was going to hurt us Friday. At noon on a Friday. I think that would have hurt the numbers. And also, we got several emails about why aren't we getting USA? Why aren't we getting these games in prime time? Why is England getting the games in prime time? People have a big problem with the noon and the 1 o'clock starts here coming up on
Thursday and Friday. Yeah.
So maybe, but I cannot believe that NBA, NHL, MLB, never highest ratings ever. Nothing in the history of the sport has ever touched that rate, a 42 million number. What we did. So what was it going to be 60 on Friday? Was it going to take a step back because people were still going to be at work and they didn't plan ahead? Or I think the noon start Friday may have hurt the numbers.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. And I mean, this was the ultimate storm, though, right? To play in this country and have it perfectly set up for us with the time zone.
Yeah.
Because when they play in different pockets of the world, you got to wake up at 2:00 in the morning, so that's going to drive away plenty of people. But I think if they had won one more game, and then even, my God, they shocked the world, beat Spain, and they're playing in the semis, that would have been midweek against France. Maybe France. What are we talking then? Are we going to touch 100 million people in the summertime? Yeah. Is that possible?
Now we're talking Tuesday at noon, though. I don't think it was going to get that high.
Yeah, that's probably a little outlandish, but
Super Bowl, you're talking 140 million people.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
think you can
if
touch
they
that.
made the World Cup finale, which again, this is a pipe dream that we're talking about now, that would be on a Sunday. Then all bets are off.
Yeah.
Then the whole country is going to be watching.
Yeah. I'd say if we played Spain on a Saturday afternoon, I'd say we make a better case.
By the way, one observation coming in here to the sports book today. It's like 115 this week in Las Vegas, and it's we have this heat wave across the entire country. The Giants game started at 12:45 locally.
Yes, right. I saw this.
Did you see this?
Yes.
So the Giants are playing the Blue Jays. By the way, Logan Webb, my God, he did not want June to end. He allowed a grand slam, 5 earned runs, at least already in the first inning. The broadcasters have like 3 layers of jackets on. I lived there for 2 years. The summertime, you had to have like multiple jackets with you in June or July. And then you would have unbelievable weather like in February and October. I couldn't believe it when I was there.
Yeah.
The Giants broadcast crew, they have like a fleece on and a quarter zip and like a hood,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like, what the hell? It's 60 degrees in
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Yeah. Mark Twain. Coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
It's unbelievable. It's so
How
true.
good is that?
Yeah. Very accurate. When I lived there, I could not believe it. I thought I was going to have to scrape the windshield when I get up like at 4 o'clock in the morning in July. Bonkers, man. You would have to dress like that going to games at that park during the summertime. It was lunacy.
Yep.
So I'm going to present 4 sporting events going on this week across 3 different sports. Which leg burns this parlay to the ground? That's coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Dallin Cuff joins the program in 15 minutes. Turner Sports, awesome on soccer and the World Cup. We'll dive into the quarterfinals with him at that time. So here is the cross-sport parlay for this week to consider. But I want you to talk me off the ledge here, Paulie. I lost one last night again when the Dodgers got beat late against the Rockies, so they can drive you insane. But okay, leg number 1 this weekend is in the UFC. Max Holloway is, give or take, 220 to defeat Conor McGregor. McGregor last fought 5 years ago.
That long?
5 years ago.
Cool.
Meanwhile, Max Holloway has been taking on the absolute elite of the lightweight division. There's a phenomenal write-up on this by Lou Finocchiaro at vsin.com. And he will join the show tomorrow and break it down like only Uncle Lou can. Does Conor really have a chance? Shouldn't this number be higher?
Oh, absolutely. Plus, he's always had a problem with cardio.
Yeah.
And he gets tired if the fights go longer than a couple rounds.
I think that has to be part of some sort of a parlay this week.
Inside the distance?
Yeah, if you want to bet it.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
That's leg 1. Leg 2, you brought this up a little earlier. Sinner was about minus 450 to beat Joker. 10 head-to-head meetings. They are tied 5-5, but there is this. From 2021 to 2023, Djokovic got him four matches to 1. Sinner has turned the table. From 2024 to 2026, he's 4-1 against Joker in that time. Turned the tables on him.
And then Arthur Fairyland ends. The Fairyland Dream story ends. You're going to put Zverev on there?
I don't want to be fun poison.
No?
I like to see the kid win.
Okay.
Luke, do you think Joker is worth, can he actually beat Sinner? I mean, it sounds dumb to say that because it's Novak Djokovic we're talking about.
Not on grass.
Not on grass. And then
Yep.
the other two would be, how much do you like one of these sides more than the other? either France money line or to advance. There's a big difference in price.
Yes, I like Spain more than France.
Yeah, as do I.
I don't think Belgium scores.
Okay.
And I know we respect the meat man, and if you missed it yesterday, he thinks they're going to get their asses handed to him. He's been anti-Belgium the whole tournament.
That's
though.
right. If you put France on there along with Spain, it's a little bit shy of 2-1. And that was to advance, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But something about this Morocco side scares me a little bit.
Well, then do Argentina and Spain.
Yeah, I think I like France more than Argentina.
I don't know if Switzerland scores. That's the other thing. I think listening and reading some stuff, as bad as Argentina's been the last couple matches, though, between these injuries and not being Argentina thinks going to be able to score at least one. I don't think Switzerland's going to be able to score.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to our buddy Chris Belm, who comes on before every month to talk about most wins in that upcoming month in Major League Baseball. He noticed that FanDuel is offering, you can ladder goals scored by all of these players. So we talked about Harry Kane maybe winning the Golden Boot and placing a bet on him at 10-1 because there is a path there. He's got 6 right now. You can ladder him 8, 9, 10 goals for the tournament. And that way he can actually cash all those tickets at nice prices, by the way, and he still might lose the Golden Boot to like Mbappe or Messi. That might be the best way to approach it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And they begin it at 8, and then like 10 I think was 9-1.
Yeah. We got good emails on people unhappy with the start times for some of these quarters and semis in the USA, but also all the anti-USA talk, and rightfully so, about how we embarrassed ourselves.
Yeah.
Luis from Iowa had a good email, ftm@vsin.com. It could be worse. We could be, what's Brazil's excuse? They have some of the best athletes, 200 million people. Earliest exit since what, 1990?
I believe so, yeah.
No cup since 2002. Embarrassed repeatedly. Remember, was it in Brazil they lost to Germany 7-1?
Oh, for sure.
In the semis?
Yep.
And then, you know, how they went out against Norway, where they were pathetic.
Yeah.
And they didn't look good, even though Morocco's still here. They had the draw to start against Morocco as well.
Well, it's a great email. Also, I mean, we could talk about this with Nigel and Meatman all day long about England and how they're just suffering and they wanted to come home. But how about Italy? Italy won it not that long ago.
Top 15 right now in the FIFA rankings still.
They won the Euros not that long ago.
Yeah.
And they're not even in this tournament again.
Uh-huh.
How do you think they feel about that?
Yeah.
Probably not too hot.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen with LeBron James? I have a bet on him, by the way. I got down at a prediction market at around even money to go to Cleveland.
All right, not bad. I think it's going to be Cleveland. Shams is reporting it's down to 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
If it's down to 3 teams, why is Golden State still up there in the 18%?
I agree.
There's no Philadelphia. You had the Bob Myers sit down with his agent, Rich Paul, on the podcast, along with Max Kellerman with his pitch. Brian Windhorst says that the Sixers are in this, and Shams has said it's done. The more I think about it, I don't think it's going to be Miami. Just because everything you're reading and hearing, Miami can't put together a good roster and a team around him until next year. So this year, it's almost like they can't do it. And I also think it's a bad basketball fit.
So do I.
You would have Bam, LeBron, and Giannis, and you don't have enough shooters.
I don't like that at all.
That's not a good fit.
No.
So then, to me, it's Cleveland or Philadelphia, if you believe the reports that Golden State is out, unless they can make an Anthony Davis trade, and the Wizards have said we're not trading him.
Mm-hmm.
So then why are they so high on these prediction markets? But then in the last couple of days, you saw the big move on Cleveland. So I guess back to your source who had it right years ago, the guy that runs the gym in Cleveland, I just think it's going to be Cleveland, and that's a win-win for everybody. And kind of, if you read what's going on, that Harden's waiting with his deal. They just locked up Mitchell, and that it's going to be, and you went, so it's all right there for him. Number one, you go home. Beautiful way to end it. They just went to the conference finals, so they have the talent. You put them over the top and lead them to the finals, and then that's a great outcome and something to pitch that you can say, hey, I did it again.
Yeah, look at the current numbers right now. So I'll go from the bottom and start from there. Minnesota's at 4%. They're actually up 1%. And I'm looking at Cal Sheet right now.
I would throw out any Western Conference team because of OKC and San Antonio.
Yeah.
It's just not, I mean, you were better off staying with the Lakers then.
Mm-hmm.
So I would throw out every Western Conference team.
Philadelphia is up 7% to 12%. You can buy in on Philadelphia on the yes or the no, obviously, in these prediction markets. Golden State's at 17%. Miami's up 5% to 21%. I agree. I don't want to see him go to Miami. I don't think that's I don't think Miami with him is a force next year. And Cleveland is down 7%. So now I have a bad number on Cleveland because I got them right around 50-50. They're at 47% right now. They ticked down a little bit here recently.
Well, I guess because of the Philly stuff. What do you think of that team? Edgecombe, Maxey, LeBron, Embiid, Jaylen Brown. No bench. Embiid always hurt. What do you think?
I think pretty damn good.
I like it more than Miami.
So do I. I think Philly can be awesome. I think that's with or without LeBron. I see, again, the Miami thing doesn't do anything for me. Golden State, I'd like to watch it, but are they really going to do like much damage in the West? I say no. Philadelphia is very intriguing. And Cleveland, I'm with you. I think just to go back there and finish it at home, I'm actually fine with that story. But he's probably going to let this drag out to, I don't know, the end of the month. The reports about 2 weeks, we'll know who it's going to be.
Oh, that's outrageous. Can't happen. Can't hold it up this long.
I would also say, like, there's another, how about after DeRozan was cut by the Kings, like, shouldn't teams want him?
Good scorer, yeah.
Some rumblings about him going back to Toronto. I'm in for that.
Yeah.
Also, the thought of him maybe going to Miami. Well, he's not going to give you a ton of three-point shooting, which is exactly what you need. You mentioned that. Mm-hmm. Good mid-range, obviously, but they need as much help as possible. I would actually like DeRozan to Miami more than LeBron to Miami.
Yep. And when it's all said and done, and everyone's been killing Pelinka, maybe it's not that bad. When you look at the finished product. Number one, I can't remember a team winning a playoff series and at the start, the entire starting five is gone. Which certainly they won it without injuries, but the two best players didn't play. But they won a playoff series, and now everyone's gone. Hachimura goes to the Clippers. But they get Looney as a backup center. I'd rather have Ayton. But then they think they can get Kuminga.
Sure.
So now if you look at this finished product, I think they're going to be awesome offensively. I don't know what it's going to be a lot of pressure on Kessler to protect the rim and to help out Reeves and Luka.
And he's got to play. That's the
that's right. He only played 5 games last year. I know, but he's young. But they're going to be dangerous offensively when you look at the finished product.
We brought on Anthony Irwin, who covers the Lakers like every day last week. I completely agree with him. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch in the regular season, and 45 wins, that's worth a bet to me.
Yeah. All right. It's the same type of deal that he had in Dallas.
I agree. Yeah, kind of similar. Yep.
Yeah, if he can deliver. Winner's Circle, Proxy, and VSiN are giving away 2 incredible prize packages that will put 2 lucky fans in the world's biggest football contest for free. One winner gets a $1,000 entry into Circa Survivor. Another one gets a $1,000 entry into Circa Millions. Both winners also get a full season Winner's Circle Proxy service, VSiN Studio Tour, and a free month of VSiN Pro. Enter by Sunday, August 2nd for your chance to win. WinnerCircleProxy.com/VSiN. Enter today. WinnerCircleProxy.com/VSiN.
Dalen Cuff next on the World Cup. Where is the upset coming from in the quarters? We'll ask him on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
More World Cup action here. No action today, unfortunately. First time in 28 days. But we go out to the Progressive guest line. We will discuss the quarterfinals, which will begin tomorrow. France and Morocco. Dalen Cuff has been awesome on this show, other shows throughout the entire tournament, and he joins the Progressive guest line right now. He's with Turner Sports. Hey, Dalen, thanks for the time today. How are you?
Fellas, I'm in withdrawal. Like, we had almost a month of just nonstop action. It's been weird to not have a game to watch today. But excited for the quarterfinals.
It's funny. That's exactly how we started the show today. It doesn't feel right. We need some games here. What was going on in your brain when you were watching that debacle on Monday night?
Oh, boys, there was a lot happening there. First of all, my wife, who played college soccer, we were in Charleston visiting her family, and a lot of her friends came down too. So I was forced to watch this game in a party atmosphere that I said I didn't want to be at initially, because it could go south.
Yeah.
60 seconds in, I was like, this is not good. I mean, Matt Freese had an insane save with 57 seconds into the game that I was like, this isn't. I could not believe the lack of juice they had, the lack of life. And then I started to think more about this in the last 36 hours. We have questioned this team's leadership, especially that young core. Your Pulisic, your McKennie, Obviously, Tyler Adams, I think, is a good leader. Just was lifeless in this game as well. But how to get yourself out of a funk when you're tested with real adversity and you really get punched in the mouth? How do you turn it around? And we've talked about this on the show. In soccer, usually the guys in the field got to figure it out. Well, the hydration breaks have offered a reset.
Hey, Dallin, hold tight. Little scratchy there. We're going to reconnect in a second. That's the phenomenal angle by him. You have to be careful in big games like that, watching around a party atmosphere in case it goes sideways. I have thought about, dude, I don't like watching big games with many people at all, especially if I have action on the game. I kind of want to be at home on the couch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I've done sports books for 25 years out here for big moments. But, so I've done it all. But
Chiefs-Eagles was tough. Patriots-Rams was tough.
Yeah.
Nothing happened in that game.
No.
We talked about earlier in the week. But for the USA angle, that is, you don't want to be around people when it's a bloodbath.
Dallin, we got you back now. Continue with what you were saying there about that match.
Yeah, sorry about that. The leadership that we'd questioned before just showed up non-existent again. And it got a little better after the hydration break. They did score a goal off the one time they had a decent move. They got a foul up there. But I think part of the challenge of this team is they built up in their mind. Pulisic talked about this for years now, of changing the way Americans view soccer. That was their goal. That goal is, no other country has that goal. Every other country just wants to represent their country well and win the thing and go as deep as you can and be remembered for providing great moments. This lofty goal, I feel like they crumbled under the weight of that with 37 million people watching. This is the most we've ever had watch a soccer game in this country. And the fact that this Belgium team presented some challenges for them they couldn't solve. And they looked like deer in the headlights. And I feel like that moment was too big for them. They built it up in their heads. They knew that they'd been this, that helped make that arrival. Their goal should have always just been, we got to win freaking games. We win games, the byproduct of that. Well, Americans will look at soccer differently. But if we win games and play our way, we can change things. You started to do that. And when you had the biggest audience, the biggest opportunity, you put up a brick where you just didn't fight. And that's been the hardest thing, I think, for most people I've talked to, is to go out, the way they represented our country and the way they played the first 4 matches. You can take Turkey out of it because big change, but they still played hard. You represented America well, and you help people want to gravitate to the sport and to this event. Go out like Cabo Verde. Go out like Mexico.
Yes.
Canada lost 3-0, but Canada played. They just lost. They didn't play well enough. Okay, you lose 3-0. But to go out the way we went is the worst. That was the worst exit of anybody in the round of 16. You could argue the worst exit of anybody in the knockout round. That was one of the worst games of the tournament in terms of competitiveness. That is what's being hard to stomach right now.
Awesome answer.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
Okay.
I think it's time to put up a prop. Will Spain concede in the tournament? So do you think what happens now against Belgium? We're over 600 minutes here now without allowing a goal.
I know. I don't want to fall into that trap. And it's less about Spain not allowing a goal. It's the way that Spain plays, and they can control a game when they control the ball. That's part of how their defense has been so good, is that their offense hasn't been as prolific as you may want. But they do possess the ball, and they dominate possession. They limit your chances. So my play actually here is both teams to score no. It's minus 105. I think yes is minus 120. So you're looking at basically a close to a coin flip situation here, where I'm not sure Belgium has. Obviously, most of our country just watched Belgium score 4 goals. Well, we gave them 3 of the goals, guys. Literally gave them 3 of those goals. So that really doesn't show me anything. And I'm interested to see the lineup changes. I do credit Rudy Garcia. When he played the U.S., he took out some of their biggest name stars, Kevin De Bruyne, Doku, Lukaku. He went with younger, more agile, more aggressive dudes that were able to win a lot of second balls and help them bypass our press. That's a different challenge with Spain. I think you're going to look at a game that may look similar to Portugal, and Spain's comfortable in playing in some of those games. Can they have that magical moment? They want to mute your offense with their ability to control the ball. May not be the most entertaining game, but I think ultimately Spain will advance in this game, in a game that I could see be 1-0, maybe 2-0. I do not like both teams to score. Like I said, that's my play against Belgium.
Very good. Follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Our guest, Dallin Cuff, Turner Sports. He's on the Progressive Guest Line. I don't know which match is my favorite going into the quarters, but England and Norway could be an absolute banger here. I've gone back and forth 1,000 times on this match. What do you make of it?
Yeah, this is. I'm on this Norway team. I like what they've shown. And now England, it was one of the guttiest performances we've seen all year to go on all tournament, to go to Mexico City, where obviously El Tri outplayed them for the first 35, 40 minutes, and they were down 2-0. Like, that shows you when you have those clinical guys. Bellingham was great. Kane obviously scored as well. Like, they will pop up in critical moments. But I like this Norway team. I think their ability to be cohesive. Some of the injuries, obviously a red card issue for the England, I think could be a little problematic. Norway feels like a team where it's not like England look at themselves in the mirror, but when you give Haaland one chance, he's just finding a way, and he can have he is Kane-like in that, but Kane will drop deeper and want to be involved more in the play. Haaland usually will stay high, and he can have 2 touches in 30 minutes, but he can have 2 goals in those 30 minutes. Like it's how he plays the game as a poacher, as a finisher, as popping up in the biggest moments. I like Norway in this game. I don't necessarily know if they win, but I like the double the chance value here. You can get them in the 90 minutes to draw or to win at -110. And I've liked that play a lot, as I've told you guys before, with these underdogs in this knockout phase here. To take double the chance, you're getting some good value. Now that's minus money. Most of those double the chances I've taken are plus money. And all they got to do is get you to the extra time. I think Norway here is going to be an absolute handful. I think they can advance, but I think the value on them is really in that 90-minute window. Once you get past that, once you get to PKs, anything can happen if it goes that far. But they also could win this game in regulation. I think their team, they know exactly who they are. They are complete. They've got good fan support, and it's going to be an outstanding atmosphere. And I think Norway can show up in this moment.
Who do you like to win the Golden Boot at this point? Incredible race. Can't get enough of it.
It's great. And of course, the third place game does factor. So keep that in mind. But I still can't get past France. I think this France-Morocco game is going to be great. And I think I think they're going to end up in the final. And because I think that, I lean toward Mbappe. And anytime you're betting the Golden Boot, also want to take your penalty takers. Obviously, maybe Messi doesn't matter because he can just miss penalties and score bangers later in the game. But you have Mbappe who will be their penalty taker. If Haaland will be their penalty taker, Messi is, as I just kind of alluded to in the joke. But you want to make sure those guys are critical and those guys are in the race. So I would think Mbappe is where I would lean. That third place game will factor, but France is just so supremely talented, and he has the best players around him to facilitate for him. Like Michael Olise is a guy that people that watch a lot of soccer really know him, but I mean, I'm sure people have seen him pop up. Some of the passes he is threading, some of the vision he has, and the threat that he poses. I mean, think about France. Ousmane Dembele is the reigning World Player of the Year. He's almost an afterthought. He scored a hat trick earlier in the tournament. Like, he's not even talked about. Like, they are spoiled for choice, especially the attacking end, but they're very solid in the back as well. So I think France, it's tough for me to take them out of that final. And because of that, I like Mbappe there. Argentina and Messi, the reason I can't bet Messi, although he's pulled rabbits out of the hat and that team has, guys, this is 2 straight games that you deserve to go home.
Yeah, sure.
And I know there is that element at times, especially in tournaments. We see it in the NCAA tournament a lot, where you survive that one, you go on to win. You can go Tyus Edney in 94 against Missouri. You can point out 15 different examples of teams surviving, advancing, and then winning the whole thing. This is hard in soccer to keep pulling this off. And Switzerland's going to play. This is going to be, I think, a grinded out game. There is no value in the under. That would be another one you could look at both teams to score no, but there's not much value in that either, given how Switzerland is defended, not just in this tournament, but prior to that. Argentina has struggled, though. They have leaked goals, so it's hard to be confident in it. And I think there's a situation where, it's crazy as it is, I wouldn't want to bet Messi because that means I'm betting Argentina, I think, to get to the final.
Sure.
And I just don't feel great about that given where they've been.
Totally fair. We could talk to you all day long. In like 30 seconds here, what did you make of the goal by Egypt that was disallowed yesterday?
We're re-refereeing the matches, guys. This is what we're doing here. We do that partially part of the Flo Balogun situation, which became a debacle and became where the world was against us because we got FIFA just being as corrupt as they. We solved injustice with injustice. I think I told you guys that last week. But you re-refereed that play, and he got a red card. You re-refereed this. They had to speed up the review because it was so far back from what happened.
Yeah.
The referee made a mistake. He should have called a foul. He didn't. They then went 110 yards the other way and had 2 great passes and an awesome finish, and we're taking that away. This is not how VAR is supposed to be used. We've misused it throughout the tournament. The problem is, because they've set this precedent, we're going to keep misusing it all the way to July 19th, which I don't love.
Awesome as always, Dallin. Thank you. Enjoy the matches this week. We'll talk soon.
All right, boys. See you next week.
Follow him on X as well, at Dallin Cuff, Turner Sports. Win, lose up next. You know it's a career day when he was 100-1 to cash this ticket.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night? Wow, winning. Or was it a rough one? Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Paulie Howard recaps It's the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Up with Columbia tickets, painful to watch. 0-0, plus 850. Swiss to make the quarters, plus 275. Swiss to win on PKs, plus 850. Rockies, plus 270. Come back against the Dodgers. O'Hearn hit 3 home runs and had 10 RBIs. Skeens called him selfish after. You're cleaning the bases. You're a rally killer. I saw 100-1. Then I can't imagine if you laddered the RBIs. They didn't even offer 3.
Yeah.
100-1 at DraftKings. Ortiz to go deep was 15-1. Most runs on the night, Royals 20-1. 16-12 over the Mets, which was also the highest scoring game at 16-1.
Which also produced a play that was worse than the third goal allowed by USA against Belgium.
Yeah, it was.
The 3 errors consecutively thrown by the Royals. I mean, it was just, I don't even know
How can that happen?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you're right.
At the major league level, impossible.
It was worse than like Ream, the most unathletic play in soccer.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't stop that. There was nothing on the ball.
Not even close either.
Subscribe, be part of the team, vsin.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos at Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in, we'll put you on. Golden Retriever and a jet ski, I'm in. Let's do it. This guy coming out. Oh, this is the second one. Torrential rain needs an arc. Look at this guy. He's got his rain jacket on, hops on the board, and the lady's dragging him around in the streets, and he's loving it. It's like Swayze in Point Break. Oh, I got it. Look at, come on. All-time wave. Take the cuffs off me. Come on, Utah. Look at this guy. He's so excited with the rain hanging out.
I love it.
That's
I told you that the next dog that we get, I'm naming him Bodie.
Yeah, right.
It's already, it's going to happen.
Look at him. He's a natural. Loves it. Eats it up. Good for him. What do you got? Keep it going. Here it is. Look at this guy going ready. Yes. Coming out. He's also got the gear on. Ready to go. Jet ski.
Got the shark life jacket on.
Yes, he does. Golden Retriever. Smart fella.
You're going to hop right up there, huh?
He could drive it.
Let him drive it, yeah?
Yeah.
Here a little bit? Oh, he's good to go for sure.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be the end where he's taking him out there on the lake, and he's got it no problem. Excellent. Good for him. How about the new one? Look at this. Zucchini mix.
Oh!
Look at the hippo. A new one. Forget the watermelon and the pumpkin. We're putting a zucchini in there. Watch him crush it. Got it working overtime. Explosion coming. Incoming, no problem there.
That is the big.
Oh, just right in half. Devours it, no problem. I prefer the watermelon and the pumpkin, but it's good to mix it up, though.
That's got to be a 50-pound zucchini.
Oh, man. These guys are so... Oh, they're incredible.
Jeez.
Open it up. Fire them away.
How big is that hippo?
I know.
Are we talking...
6,000 pounds.
Is it 3 tons, right?
Yeah, got to be, yeah. Yeah, Cincinnati Zoo. Always a great time. Good. One bad beat. Not as bad as Egypt, but Padres team total was 4.5. They scored 4 in the bottom of the first. That was it.
Ugh.
Get lost. Come on. How does that happen?
They won the game.
Yeah. Sports Calendar never stops. Sharp Plays covers it all, winning for 15 straight years. Jeff and the crew are awesome and connected. When they move, the books take notice. Respected, watched, and feared. All of it documented and posted publicly at sharpplays.com. And that kind of transparency is rare in this industry. Start winning with them. Jump on a Telegram. Get all the info. Get the plays and the Mr. Poison tweets. Check them out on X, sharpplays.com.
We'll hit some ROI here in Major League Baseball. I know you have some great numbers to this point of the season, Paulie. I will give you a couple of things here. So Jacob Mizorowski, now just a complete runaway favorite to win the NL Cy Young, right? And he had 11. People were panicking the other day. Well, he allowed 3 runs. He struck out 11, went 7 innings. His last 3 starts in the first 5, only the first 5. He was about a 240 favorite against St. Louis on the road. He was 210 against Chase Burns, by the way, against Cincinnati. And he was laying 315 against the Cubs. He lost all 3. So you're cleaning house betting against him in the first 5 last 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, you are up.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? But I mean, you're up a good, 7 units at minimum?
Yeah.
Doing that?
Number 1, White Sox, up 12 units in ROI. Nats, number 2. How about that? It's a funny sport. And 2 great stories. Milwaukee, number 3, up 10 units. Tampa Bay, 8 and change. And the Cardinals, 767. Worst ROI, you're down 22 units if you bet the Mets every game. Kansas City, 16 units. Detroit, 14. Angels, almost 13 units. And the Red Sox, down 12 units. Ashcraft, 15-3 to the over. Foster Griffin, who goes today, number one pitcher, ROI. They're 14-4 in his starts. He's up 12 units. Saganos, 961. Young for Baltimore, 877. Davis Martin, 842.
He goes today.
Okay, Bybee, the worst pitcher, ROI, down 9 units. We've talked about it all year. No run support. Waka, 850. Flaherty, 770. Boz, 760. Skeens, 754. Some top, bottom, and ROI.
Okay.
Plenty of emails on this as well. Cape Verde went out better than we did. And Cape Verde also had a better World Cup than we did. Because we did what we were supposed to do. We were in an easy group, and then we played the worst third-place team in Bosnia. And then when we finally played somebody, it went sideways. What if we played Argentina, Spain, and Uruguay? What would have happened?
I probably would not have gone well.
I mean, they drew with Spain. They almost beat Argentina, and they went to extra time, and they drew with Uruguay. And they also had the other draw against Saudi Arabia, which was a 0-0, but they outplayed them and should have won.
And maybe the U.S. was fortunate that they didn't have to play Turkey until the last game of group play.
Perhaps.
I know that was with Turkey wanted points to go back home. They wanted to look impressive in their final match. They were embarrassed how it went. And USA were playing their backups. I don't know. I mean, I heard everybody pick Turkey to win the group before it started.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, Cape Verde was an incredible story. A couple more things here on baseball from our buddy Kevin Rogers. Colin Ray goes today for the Cubs against the Orioles. His walk prop is 1.5. It's juiced heavily. It's like minus 150 in that neighborhood. But 11 straight opposing pitchers have walked a minimum of 2 batters against Baltimore. And Ray, 2+ walks in 6 out of his 7 starts. There is that. And some other great teams here. First 5 streaks. Told you about Chase Burns. He's going today. He is on the season 11 wins in the first 5, 1 push, and I think 5 or 6. Yeah, he's 11-1-5 in the first 5. The Tigers in their last 17 games, 12-1-4 in the first 5. The Marlins, 13-4-1 in the last 18 in the first 5. They got it done again last night. The Rays are 10-2-1. The Nats continue. They're 41-21-10 in their last 72. And the Red Sox, blazing hot, 13-2-2 in their last 17. Bad teams' first 5 streaks. A's 1-8. Mets 2-10-6. Yankees 2-14-1. 2-14-1 in their last 17.
Yeah. The number's telling you all you need to know tonight. Cole's an underdog. They've lost 8 of their last 9 against lefties, and McClanahan has been the nuts with extra rest.
And they are, I'll expand on this coming up in the next hour.
Goldie's over his last 30.
Yeah. 4 strikeouts last night. But we'll tell you we're talking bottom of the barrel right now for the Yankees at the plate, striking out at alarming rates. Opposing pitchers are 15-3 over their K-prop, last 18 against the Yankees. If you look around some of the exchanges, Novig, ProfitX, you can get over 5.5 on McClanahan tonight at plus 115 in that neighborhood. Other national books have like minus 110 on him. Opposing pitchers are 14-5 under their K-prop against the Diamondbacks, 12-5-1 under against the Twins, 12-2 under against the Rangers. Sneaky good at not striking out here recently, and 6-1 under against the Washington Nationals. Brought it up yesterday on the show. Maybe it was Monday. The Marlins were around 35-1 after the weekend to win that division. Any shot here or too much to overcome?
Phillies are better. Phillies are right there now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
What a performance by Wheeler. The Marlins aren't better than the Phillies. I mean,
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if it's worth that big of a... Because are they going to be like... Are they going to do anything at the deadline?
It doesn't sound like it. Well, fans are already frustrated there.
How about the race for the most Ks yesterday? Wheeler had 14. Seymour had 12. I'm blanking. I think there was a pitcher who had 13 last night. Bradley had 10 for the Twins. It was an incredible race, and Caesars posts that every single day. Awesome. Mizorowski led off the day with 11, and if you bet that market, you're like, I don't have a chance now. Yeah. And you did.
Yeah. I think we missed one there with the All-Star snub. You know, Wheeler would have a big performance.
I can't believe he's not in.
Missed that one.
Yep. You can always get in touch with the show. Email is ftm@vsin.com. On X at vsin live, at Mitch Moss Radio, at Paulie Howard. A big couple of weeks in golf with the final major of the season looming next week. Jeff Seeley on the program next. We'll get his best bets, outrights, placements at the Scottish Open coming up here.